consciousness is why you're always going to be unhappy. And I'm going to give you that reason in just a second. But before I do, I want to remind you to comment, chat. Let's have some back and forth interaction. It makes it more fun for both of us, for all of us. Answer all your questions the best way I know how. But to answer the question of today's topic, why you're always going to be unhappy, and it's because of one reason. There's a lot of reasons, but a major reason that you're going to continue to suffer, feel unhappy, is because you refuse to accept the impermanent nature of your life, of this reality. Excuse me. Before we continue again, get on your bicycle, get on your treadmill, get on your rowing machine, start doing some jumping jacks. Let's do some cardio together. However, let us continue. The reason that you are suffering is because you cannot accept that things are changing. And we all experience that. We are suffering for so many reasons. Primarily, it is our lack of acceptance, of allowance, of the impermanent nature of your life, your physical body, your relationships with others, your job, all of those things. Our bodies, these beautiful vessels, as much as we appreciate them, will change. The skin will change, the organs will change, and that's okay. What that doesn't give us the right to do is to give up. It's kind of what I think we oftentimes go when we learn that we truly begin to recognize that everything is impermanent, everything changes. We go, well, everything changes. We get this nihilistic perspective that, well, it's all downhill from 30. It's all downhill from 40. It's all down or all uphill from here. It all gets harder from here. And the response to that is, well, that's the beauty in the journey. The impermanent nature of this physical reality makes life so much more enjoyable. The Buddhists say that when you recognize that the glass is already broken, every moment with it becomes more robust, becomes more enriching. When we accept that the glass, this physical vessel, is already broken, each moment that I get to do anything with this beautiful body becomes more robust if I'm in that present moment, in the experience with myself. As much as my legs are starting to burn right now and my heart rate is ramping up, the gratitude that I feel because I get to be on this bicycle, even though it looks like I'm just moving my shoulders, I'm technically on a bicycle right now. I get to be on this bicycle. I have the ability to speak to you. My heart feels wonderful as it's pumping. My lungs are extracting oxygen. I do feel a little tired, but I'm here anyways. I'm showing up for us. I get to have the perspective and get to appreciate this moment, because even this moment is changing. I forget who said this, but they said, nothing is as far away as 1 second ago. Nothing is as far away as 1 second ago. Meaning, you'll never have that time back. You'll never be able to kiss that loved one. You'll never be able to feel that same amount of energy. You'll never be able to, it's all changing. It's all impermanent. And that's beautiful because we get to enjoy the next moments that unfold, and the next moments that unfold, and the next moments that unfold. The glass is already broken. And so, knowing that the glass is broken, knowing that this desire, this burning hunger to maintain my body as it is now, without it ever changing, the attachment causes the suffering. The attachment to not allowing things to change as nature allows causes suffering. Because Spirit, God, knows that your inner being knows that all of this physical reality is ever changing. It is the presence that dwells within the Spirit, right? The inner being that is eternal. These atoms that make up our body are billions, maybe trillions of years old. And we are just the latest compilation of those atoms. But they've been around since the beginning. And they'll be here till the end. And that's beautiful because the atoms that now make up our physical bodies may at one point have been part of the dinosaur. The same air that we're breathing may have been in the Triceratops. Maybe it had been from the original people, right? It's the same air. We're all breathing it. How wonderful is that? What a great idea. But you have to accept that everything is changing. Everything is impermanent. The good times, they will not last. The bad times, they will not last. They just are. And so having that equanimity, steadiness of mind, perceiving things in balance, helps us enjoy it even further, right? Because if I know that this situation that I'm suffering in will change, beautiful. I get to experience the fullness of it. If I know that the joy, the gratitude, the love that I'm feeling now will change, beautiful. Then I get to learn from that too. But I get to immerse myself fully in the experience and not want it to be anything else other than it is, because I know that it will change. That's the epitome of living a truly joyful life. That's the epitome of being free from all of the external reality telling you what you should be, how you should live, how you should behave, what you need to have, how much money you need, the partner you need, any of those things. Doesn't mean you can't have them. That's part of the beautiful journey as well. Knowing that right now, I may be broke, right? I may be financially destitute, but this is impermanent. And that I have the ability to change that circumstance as I go forward. I know that this is impermanent. I know that things will change. Excuse me. I also know that I have the capacity to help it change, to make it change. I know that I have the capacity to affect my external reality because I perceive it so, because I declare it so. And therefore, external reality will change. But that also means that while I'm broke, I can experience the robustness of what does it feel like to be absolutely financially destitute. This will change. But right now, what is? Right? We talked about it in our last live video. Feel appreciation for what is, and eagerness for what is coming. Could there be any more mindfulness, a more beautiful mindfulness practice than that? I am appreciating this beautiful moment. And I know that and it could be a dark moment, but I'm appreciating immersing myself in this moment, feeling it in its fullness, being here present with it, good, bad, in between. And then, from there, I know that things will change, that this will not stay static. And that I have the capacity to change how those things show up because I will perceive them differently and I will affect external reality around me through my perception of what will come about. But the trick about that is I will not get attached to that outcome either. I will not attach myself to only being there because this is my now. I am here in this present moment, experiencing the robustness of this enriching moment, good, bad, in between. And after that, I know things will change. Perfect. You've achieved full liberation. You've achieved full enlightenment. Now, go enjoy your life. Go enjoy the rest of it. Keep feeling appreciation for what is and eagerness for what is coming. That's it. That's the only way you're going to feel happy. Because your unhappiness, when we go through the law of attraction, we go to the emotional guidance system, your unhappiness is merely an indication that the thoughts that you have currently are not in alignment with your inner being about that same topic. The way that you are perceiving the experience and the way that your inner being is perceiving the experience are in opposites. The worse you feel, the further you are from your inner being. The better you feel, the more in alignment you are with your inner being. So, when you recognize that, why am I unhappy right now? Yes. Why? Because I don't like this situation as it is. I get it. I'm right there with you. I didn't like building my body up 4 separate times, losing all the muscle in my body, looking like an Auschwitz victim. If you haven't seen some of the pictures or videos, you can find them throughout my YouTube videos. Go to my Facebook or my Instagram. You'll see plenty of them where I had absolutely no muscle in my body. My body was ravaged by chemotherapy and radiation, and I had to rebuild it. I had to go and rebuild. And you know what that taught me? That you can. Because look at me now. I'm not a bodybuilder, but gosh darn, I look pretty good. And if I get naked, I look even better. At least I think so in my own mind. We have the capacity to change our circumstances. It's not up to anybody else to change that for us. It's up to us to change that for us. It's the ideas and the stories we tell in our own minds. I had a few conversations today about impermanence with my clients. So I wanted to talk about this. One in particular this morning. My client, he's a 51-year-old guy, great shape, but he doesn't feel like has a wear in his mind. He doesn't feel like he's as sharp. And I said, well, that's part of the change of the body. You know, the brain functions just a little differently. You know, things change. And he said, I refuse to accept that my brain will change because he thinks his brain is who he is. His brain may help perceive the world and express through the vessel, but that's not who he is. But in his mind, his brain is him. And so he doesn't want to accept that his brain may be changing. And guess what? For the last 8 years that we've known each other, that we've been training together and talking together, he's done nothing but try to find this zephyr, this wind. He keeps grasping for water, like we talked about in our last video. He keeps grasping for the stream, but he'll never grab it because he refuses to acknowledge and accept that things are changing. He wants to fight it. If I accept that, then I'll just give up. And that's the paradox, right? Accepting what is and being eager for what is coming. Accepting what is and being eager for what is coming. So we have to accept the moment as it is, in its fullness, in its totality. This either sucks or this feels good. Or maybe I'm somewhere in between. But nonetheless, I'm immersing myself in this experience with my mind, with my heart, with my body. And I'm going to feel it because this moment is going to change. And if I keep running away from this experience, what you resist persists. Carl Jung, what you resist persists. If you're looking for healing, gotta shake this out. If we are looking for healing, we'll add another Carl Jung quote that says, we don't really heal anything. We just let it go. If you're looking for healing, if you're looking for a reemergence into your youth, be it. Do it. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah, just let go. Open the fist. Open the palm. Right? We talked about that in one of the other videos. Love fearlessly and love freely. Love your life. Love others with an open palm. Not requesting that they change or they be anything else for you. Just have the awareness, have the conscious awareness that that individual, that circumstance, this situation, it changes. So I will experience you in your fullness in this moment. It does not mean that this is who you are, right? When someone's having a bad day and you say, I'm never going to trust that person again because that person is mean because of this one situation that we had together or two situations that we had together. Maybe not. Maybe that person is just having a bad day those 2 days. Maybe you just caught that person when they happen to be getting some bad news. Excuse me. I know I fall for it for all the time. I refuse to extend that compassion, right, that empathy to that individual, and instead judge them based upon a few actions, right? But that's not the totality of who they are. Who they are beyond the actions is something completely separate from who they are in their behavior. What did Anthony DeMello say? He says, we differ from others only in what we do or don't do, not in who we are. What does that mean? It means that the core of who we are, the spirit, the essence, the soul of who we are is limitless, is eternal, right? It's this ever-expanding, beautiful, conscious awareness. The body also changes. It just happens to be more mortal. It happens to be at risk of death, of decay, of disease, of change, of old age, right? That is the downfall of choosing to be a spiritual being inhabiting a human body. We'll all come to understand this because this is the truth of our reality. But even beyond that, when we can just accept, this is my moment. I don't have to believe that I'm an eternal consciousness having a physical experience. If you're watching this, very likely you do believe that. You can experience that through different modalities, meditation, yoga, prayer. You can take all types of stuff. It could happen in a blip when you're just contemplating something. It could happen exercising. It could be happening watching your child, your parent, your sibling, your dog. It could happen in any moment where you recognize, there's got to be more to me than to them than just this physical body. Voila, there's your awakening point. Now, to keep journeying on with that. You'll always be unhappy if you refuse to accept the impermanent nature of your body, of your vessel in this physical experience. Doesn't mean it won't change again. Doesn't mean it cannot heal. It doesn't mean you can't get better. That's not what that means. But it does mean that as you grasp, as you hold on to the idea of what was, refusing to accept what is, then you'll continually get wrapped up in what is, and that will keep showing up for you. Or, if you keep grasping to the idea of what was, wanting what is to be what was, again we suffer. It's the immersive experience of being in the moment that frees us from the attachments. It is the immersive experience of being here now, feeling my body, accepting my situation, good, bad, in between for what it is, that frees me from the attachments. From the attachments of who I used to be, from the attachments of who I want to be, but allows me to accept who I am, and in the same token, being eager for who I will be. Being appreciative for who I was, who I am, and for who I will be. You have the ability to change that, but it takes mindfulness, it takes practice, it takes some discipline, and it takes an agreement to yourself that you will change your circumstances starting right here in your own mind. Nothing else needs to change other than that. Right? You look yourself in the mirror. Really do it. I did it this morning and I was like, whoa, that was crazy. You look yourself in the mirror and you tell yourself who you want to be and appreciating who you are. It'll affect you a little bit. You look yourself right in the eyes and you say to yourself, I'm so grateful for you, body, for your ability to heal, for your ability to function at its peak performance. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much. And you look yourself in the eye and you say, and I know that you are healthy. I know that you are healed. I know that you are healing at all times. And I know that what it is that you want is what it is that I want. And together, we're more powerful. And we can create anything together. Woo! Gives you the chills, doesn't it? It just gives you the willy chillies. We're going to keep being unhappy because we can't accept the changing nature of our reality. It's impermanent. The glass is broken. I'm going to keep reiterating that. The glass is already broken. And that's beautiful. Right? Every moment with the glass going forward is more enriched because it's already broken. I love it even more deeply, knowing that it's broken, knowing that at any moment it can shatter to pieces. Wow, I can really drink from this cup now. I can really fill it with water and see how the water circulates in the glass. Excuse me. These attachments to our bodies, they're fascinating tools. Such a beautiful tool to have a body, such a beautiful vessel. Something to be truly appreciated for everything that it's doing for us. Even if we would like some changes, there's so much going right. I know I fall for the missing tile syndrome all the time. And so many things are going right. The whole wall is filled with beautiful tile. But that one tile that's missing just captivates me. It grabs my attention, and I can't look away. I keep talking about how that tile's missing, how it's not there. Gosh, that one tile, it just wish I could find the tile to fit there and I could just glue it down. And then it'd look normal. Then it'd be 100%. But then I have 99 other tiles that are set perfectly, that look beautiful. Wow. Look at how stunning those tiles are. Look at my heart beats, my lungs beat, my eyes open, I can breathe in, I can talk, I can move my legs, I can move my arms, my skin keeps healing, my brain is really feeling pretty sharp, my organ systems work, my digestive system goes so well, my hormones are functioning optimally, my nervous system is doing such a good job. I can feel with my nerve endings and my fingertips, I can feel the ground in my toes, there's so many things going right. And that one thing we can't, it just captivates our attention. So, what is the fix? Start talking about all the things that are going right. It's that simple. It's not that hard. Just take your attention away from that one thing. Just take your attention away from it. Talk about the things that are going right. Think about the things that are going right. Just be happy. Did talk about that in one of our last lives, maybe 2 live videos ago. Just be happy. We make this so gosh darn difficult. Really being a happy, joyful human being is pretty easy. It's being happy. It's looking for the good. It's finding things to be grateful for. It's practicing loving kindness that we talked about. It's practicing compassion. It's practicing sympathetic joy, and it's practicing equanimity, steadiness of mind. It's practicing these 4 things for ourselves and for others. I'm going to wish myself to be happy. I'm going to give myself a break. I'm going to give myself compassion. I'm going to be happy when I'm happy, and I'm going to practice steadiness of mind. I'm going to do that for others too, right? Wow, what a simple life. How easy is it to just practice those 4 things? How easy is it to just look for things that are going right? Do you have a home? Check. Do you have money in your bank account? Check. Do you have water and food in your fridge? Check and check. Do you have access to clean water? Check. Do you have eyes that can see? Check. Do you have ears that can hear? Check. It's this process of living, being a human being, it's really easy. It's that we make it really difficult. There's a stream of well-being that is constantly flowing to us, through us, as us. If we would just take our hands off, right? We'd stop thinking so much and we would just immerse ourselves in the experience. That stream would carry us to exactly where we wanted to be. That's the nature of this reality. There's a stream of well-being. There's not a dark switch anywhere in our world, right? Abraham talks about that all the time. There's no dark switch. There's only a light switch. Darkness is merely the absence of light, right? So there's a stream of well-being. There's a stream of light. There's a stream of information. The only reason that we are not feeling it is because we're creating these storylines. Our minds are so busy. Our days are so busy. My retired clients say all the time, I'm just as busy right now as I was when I was working. Nope. That's a storyline. You've created ways to stay busy because you don't feel worthy enough when you're not doing something. You think you're a human doing instead of a human being. Write that down. You've created these ideas that you need to be busy to earn your worth. You don't need to do anything. Source, God, your inner being, sees you as worthy and loves you exactly as you are. Write that down. God, source, your inner being, sees you as worthy and loves you exactly as you are. You don't have to earn it. You do not have to do anything other than be yourself. That's it. You are worthy and you are loved exactly as you are. That's all. End, stop, done. When you finally begin to realize that, when you finally stop grasping for things to be different, when you accept the impermanent nature of reality, you're liberated. You're free, and you can go forward into your life, living true to who you are and who you want to be. Everything will come flowing into your reality. The money, the relationships, the health, all of it. It always does, in every situation. Once we stop resisting who we want to be, because we keep thinking about what we used to be and what we're not, and immerse ourselves in who we are, voila, your wish is my command. When we let go of who we are, we become who we might be. Lao Tzu. When I let go of who I am, I become who I might be. When I stop the storylines in my head of who I think I should be, of what everyone else wants me to be, of what my parents and loved ones and society taught me to be, and I become who I truly am, right? And I connect here. Then I become the image of what I've always wanted to be. That's what it means. And that, my friends, is 30 minutes. Oh, kicked it. I kicked it. Our tripod. You know, appreciate you guys watching. I love you. Hope this resonated because it's important. All you got to do is accept the impermanent nature of this reality. Once we do that, all things are free. Yeah, that's all. From the council, through me, to you, you are safe, you are loved, you are protected, and you are worthy. That is their promise. You are safe, you are loved, you are protected, and you are worthy. Make that your mantra. There's so many quotes that I threw at you today, but use that mantra. I am safe, I am loved, I am protected, I am worthy, exactly as I am. Till our next video, be well, my friends. I love you. I will see you soon. Bye. Woo. Bye.